It all starts in your ears. If you understand what you're listening, the result of this process is you're going to adjust your communication, you're going to adjust your pronunciation. How can I be mindful about my own pronunciation? It's a very simple exercise. Our face has over 40 muscles. When we are speaking a different language, it's just like when we go to the gym to practice exercises. We need to exercise those muscles. The best way to be mindful about the pronunciation, specifically to the TH sound, okay, specifically to the TH sound, is to be mindful about your tongue positioning. If you are mindful about this, most likely the pronunciation itself will be better. You need to do some brain soaking with English, meaning you need to listen English every single day and not only for a few minutes. You need to actively listen it for a long time. And just to share an example, my wife, she's listening English for I don't know how many years now. When we moved in together, I was watching movies only in English without English subtitles. And she, of course, she went crazy. After a few runs, she asked me to at least put some subtitles in Portuguese. And what I used to do was, as I knew, the more confident she became with regards to English, learning and understanding English, I started watching TV or watching a movie with audio in English, and then I would just put the subtitles in English, and I would wait until she complained. Say, "Hey, Danny, please, can you move the subtitles back to Portuguese?" Nowadays, she listens, she watches movie with me with both English subtitles and audio, and she doesn't have any problem because she learned to understand the context, learned to understand the big picture, and mainly, above all, she learned to manage her anxiety, not knowing everything. Because when we are watching something, we have the tendency of saying, hey, I want to understand 100%. And when it comes to a different language, my friend, no, this is not the reality. We need to understand that we are not going to understand everything. This is the key. When we are comfortable with it, better. Coming back to this listening English every day, when you are brain soaking with English, you are paying attention to the rhythm of the conversation. You are paying attention to the patterns of the conversation. You are paying attention to those things that stand out. And one example, do you remember the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger that he says, "Hasta la vista, baby"? That "hasta la vista baby" saying or line is something that stands out, so everybody remembers that. There is another saying of the same movie that he says, "I'll be back," is something that stands out. So when you start brain soaking with English, most likely you will understand, you will start recognizing lots and lots of sounds that are not easy for you to recognize now. Our brain, it has a filter. And this filter filters in all the sounds we know, and it filters out everything that is not familiar to us. So in this sense, what it's important to do is to keep contact with this language so that our brain starts filtering in all these sounds that are not present into our mother language, and therefore we're going to be able to reproduce them when we are speaking. This is my suggestion to you. Try to improve how much listening you're doing, because once you do it, you're going to start being mindful about these sounds. It all starts in your ears, okay? If you understand what you're listening, if you start paying attention to what you're listening, most likely the result of this process is you're going to adjust your communication, you're going to adjust your pronunciation.